So let me record. Okay, so I'm recording already. So we're going to have a bit of a chat about our next round of Lift 4. So we're going to get going on the 12th. So I think that what that allows for people to finish off next week if they haven't finished this week. It also allows any new people to start. So we're going to do a prep week like we did in our previous round. But what I'm kind of thinking is people can just jump in. I don't think you have to do that prep week. I think sometimes it's nice, but I don't think it's a be all and end all. But what I was kind of hoping to have a bit of a chat about today is how we can, I guess, what can we do a little bit differently to keep us all engaged, to keep us all motivated, especially as we're going to be going up over Christmas. And even I haven't worked out over like the Christmas week, and like I've literally gone, oh no, I'm sacking off exercise for 2 weeks. So I don't want to do that this year. I think especially how much I've noticed working out is like it really affects my mental health, and kind of staying on track I think is really important. I also had a chat with Sadia about how can we incorporate some more of that kind of self-care and self-love sort of stuff. So by that I don't mean go and have a bath or go and have half an hour on your own, because some of us don't have the gift of being able to do that. So I found some nice little things, of little challenges that we could do that aren't like big things. It might just be literally like, don't know, take 5 minutes or go and make yourself a cup of tea, or some little bits and pieces. But I just thought it would be really cool to have a bit of a chat with you guys about how you think the past challenge group's gone, what would help you for the next one. So I've got some ideas, but I don't want that to kind of cloud what we do, if that makes sense. So with what's already with like the kind of previous round, Helen, what have been the things that I guess have worked really well for you, or what have you enjoyed?
I think it's just having the support of the group that's really helped, and that sort of kept me accountable to make sure I got everything done and all the rest of it. No, it's been done something different, which I think part of the reason why I've really enjoyed it, because I've never really done any weights work before. I've done a few kettlebell classes, but nothing like this. So I think, it's mostly been the support of you and the rest of the group and the girls that have kept me honest and
spurring you on and feeling like, I gotta show up. Cool. And so what would you like to see in the next one? Because we can do it exactly the same, but I quite like to evolve my groups, especially when we've got the sort of same ladies. It's about kind of mixing it up, making it a bit different, but keeping the bits that really worked well too. It's a learning curve for all of us, isn't it? So what do you think we could do in the next round?
I'm not sure. I think I like the idea of doing a bit more sort of self-care and include that side of things.
Go on, sorry.
Because it's not just about your physical health, it's a bit about trying to do a bit more about your mental, keeping us on a mental health side. Because we both know what it's like.
I think it's I think for me, especially with what's kind of happened over the last month, I think it's made me realize how important certain things are. And like I've said it a number of times, but like looking after me, how can I give 100% to other people when I'm not given 100% to myself? And Vic said something really lovely yesterday in her kind of her goals for the rest of the year, in that self-care isn't selfish. And so much of the time I think, especially as like busy mums and stuff and working mums, you kind of get in that whole well, I've got to do this for my family first and I come second. And actually, we really should be thinking about it the other way, which is really hard. It's quite a difficult concept to grasp, isn't it? So,
especially with Christmas coming up, because it's so much pressure piled on top of all the rest, on top of everything else, to make sure that we've put on the perfect Christmas and you get the right presents, and the kids, well, so old enough now, but the kids have got the right outfits for the school plays and they know all their words. And
exactly, and that's the thing for me, is how do we do all of that stuff in the mental sphere that is Christmas? So yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm so bewildered. I don't know, Lila's only 18 months and I haven't got to worry about school Christmas plays and things like that, but like presents and stuff. And I also was wondering, maybe heading into end of November and going into December, whether we start to try and share a little bit about how we're all gonna cope with Christmas. So like, something that I've already said to everyone is no one's getting presents. Well, they are getting presents, but I'm not buying things. People are getting experiences and that sort of stuff. And if they don't like it, well, I'm going to get things where they can get refunds. Because, like, there's nothing like going and spending a shed load of money, and Christmas can get so expensive. Spending a shed load of money and then thinking like that you've just spent a load of money on something that someone might not even like. So yeah, maybe we could share top tips about how we cope with the chaos of Christmas. And the eating side as well. Like, Christmas is just full of events, isn't it? And it's how can we stay in check,
or things where we can make healthier choices.
But still enjoy ourselves at the same time. I think I was reading some really interesting stats the other day that the average, now I know this is American, but the average American between the 1st of November, so because it's Halloween and they love their candy, between the 1st of November and the 1st of January, the average American puts on 7 to 9 pounds. Like, that is mental. But do you know what? I think I've come out the other side of like December, and I used to refuse to get on the scale in December because I'd be like, no, I'm enjoying myself. And I'd come out in January weighing about half a stone more. So I'm not surprised that it's 7 to 9 pounds. So I'm still going to enjoy myself over Christmas. And I'll probably put on some weight, and that's cool. Like, that's okay. But I guess it's that damage limitation of,
and also the not beating ourselves up completely when we have put a bit of weight on at the end. Go, right, well, okay, we'll keep going and we'll get rid of that bit.
Absolutely. And I think that's what it is, isn't it? It's, we constantly, it's a journey, it's not a destination. And that's, I was speaking to my coach actually just before and sort of saying to him, I feel like the last month has completely knocked me off track, and I'm okay with that. And, that's fine, and that's happened. And I can't be like beating myself up about it. So why do we beat ourselves up about it if that happens in everyday life? Like, it's a bit menacing, I guess, isn't it, in some respects, why we do that. So kind of, I think, and that goes back to mindset. So I wonder whether one of the things I might try and do is, I know some coaches who are amazing at the whole like mindset thing and letting things go. So there's definitely I've been on some training where they've like spoken about that type of thing, but I wonder whether I might be able to try and get one of them to come and talk in the group or on the team call or something like that. Like, that might be quite cool.
That would be amazing.
Do something a bit different. That isn't me talking.
No, but that side of things would interest me anyway. So
yeah, cool. Okay. And videos. I'm going to jot some of this down so I don't forget. My baby brain is horrendous at the minute. I don't know whether it's like the hormones still going through. I was at work today and I was on the phone to this really like experienced and quite like senior professor from London, and I was talking to him, and all of a sudden I just stopped and I was like, shit, what was I about to say? I'm really sorry, like my brain has just completely switched off. And he's like, is it baby brain? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, it never comes back. I was like, brilliant. I'm absolutely doomed, so I need to write better notes. So yeah, video calls and motivational people, people to see us through the holidays. And then we were talking about self-care, but like tips to get through Christmas. Oh, yeah, no, that would be awesome. And yeah, and like you were saying, making meals healthy, yeah, like healthy versions of the things we like at Christmas, definitely.
And also sort of when you're at a party or out, making some ideas about the sort of more healthier options you can gravitate towards, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so parties, yeah, cool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm really enjoying like the little challenge so one of the reasons why I wanted to do that little challenge in the main Beachbody group is because I've got a couple of challenge groups going, and like no one then posts in the main one because everyone's all in the separate ones, but I thought it would be really cool to kind of bring everyone together a bit, especially because you guys have finished and you've got lots of experience, and you know they're in, so some of them are in week 2, some are in week 3, some are in week 4, I think, actually, gosh. But yeah, kind of all sort of having something and sharing what each of you are doing, because you all do some really awesome stuff individually and we're just terrible, you know, we're busy, aren't we, so we forget to share and stuff. So it's really cool like seeing everyone post together, so I'm really enjoying that. So I think I'll try and do more of those types of little challenges that are, you know, that it's not just, oh, I did my workout, but it's you know, getting people to share different stuff. That's pretty, yeah, that sounds quite awesome. Fab. I'm just wondering, yeah, so we go, I wrote this down, so we go from the, and I'm flicking back, from the 12th of November until the 6th of January. Like that's a bit scary. Isn't it? And then I think, yeah, so then I'm thinking that I'm going to have a week off and then the new Shaun T workout comes.
Right.
So I think then I'm going to personally do that, but we can run another Lift 4 group if people want to do that as well. Like, you know, easy breezy where we're going, I think. So, oh.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Yay.
Oh, yay, you're here. How you doing?
Better now my technology's not having a meltdown.
Oh, bless your heart. Are you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Fine.
Yeah, you guys all right?
Yeah.
Very, very well. We were just having a bit of a chat about the next round and kind of different things that we could do. I was just saying, so we go from the 12th of January and 12th of November until the 6th of January. So it's pushing us over Christmas.
Yeah.
So I just said to Helen, like, one of the things I read, a scary fact, I know it's a United States fact, but the average American puts on £7 to £9 between the 1st of November and the 1st of January.
No, these are the months I need to lose the most.
Yeah.
No, not put on.
So yeah, so this is the thing, is like so many people wait till January to start their journey. We are already in a better position because we're already going. Like, I'm still going to enjoy myself over Christmas. I'm still going to eat, like, not necessarily what I want, but I'm still going to enjoy my food and enjoy my booze and everything. But it's about how we do that in an environment together, that so we don't go completely off the rails, I guess, and yeah, but still enjoy ourselves. So Helen was saying about, you know, I really, something that I personally want to do is like that self-care and that whole mental health thing and learning to love ourselves a bit more. I'm not saying we all should go and have an hour's bath every night or go and do, you know, go and have a massage once a week or whatever, but I reckon I've seen some lovely little bits and pieces that you can just do for 5 minutes a day. So I want us to kind of try and do some of those types of things, but we were also talking about tips about getting through Christmas and healthier versions of Christmas favourites.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like healthier options at parties, and how do we not make ourselves, actually, because as soon as you say make yourself, you fall off.
Yeah,
like that's like if I said to myself, right, I'm gonna make myself work out for the next 21 days solid, I wouldn't do it, because in my mind that's a negative thing. So it's that whole kind of like positive, you know, making better or healthier choices at parties. Yeah, and I was also saying, like, I know quite a lot of motivational coaches who they talk quite a lot about coaching, but they are really good at the learning to love yourself and things like that. So I'm going to make sure that I find those training videos, which might be a little bit coachy focused, but they will still work with us as like people doing the workout.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see if I can tap any of them up. A lot of them are in the States, but if I can tap any of them up to do a call live with us, or do a call with me, which I can then share into the group as well. Just so it's like not always me.
Yeah.
It's not the Hannah show. I hate it.
Oh, we love the Hannah show.
I hate it. It's funny, isn't it? So that's what we've kind of come up with already. But I was just, from your point of view, Ellie, like, what are the things that you've enjoyed about the group this time round?
I just like everybody posting about what they're doing, because when I really, really, really can't be bothered, because most of my workouts have to be in the evening.
Yeah.
Everybody else has done it, and I'm like, okay, right, gotta do it. Like, it definitely makes me a little bit more accountable. And also it's quite nice when people share their struggles as well as their, you know, there are times, that it's nice to know that other people aren't, you know, are struggling to fit it in, or, you know, that life is taking over. So, you know, that side's good. But also really nice to see people's kind of wins as well, because that kind of motivates you to carry on. So yeah, that side of things been, because even if I haven't kind of posted, it's always flashes up on my Facebook, and I'll always have a read, and I'll always be like, right. And so it's always in the back of my head, even if I haven't had time to kind of post anything. So
that's cool. That's good. And Colleen came up with like, so she's out at a firework thing. She came up, like, she sent me a couple of ideas. She said, something that else to kind of keep us motivated, maybe we could share, like, you know, I created the tick sheets for like what you eat on a weekly basis. She said, well, maybe for a bit more accountability, we could all post those on a Sunday or a Monday from the previous week. That's an idea that we could kind of do. And I like the idea, like, obviously telling you guys that there's a prize in it obviously works, because everyone's like posting away this week. I'm like, okay. So maybe I'll do some fun things like that. It might not be Beachbody stuff, because it takes ages for them to deliver anything to me. But yeah, I've got some really good ideas about like little prize giveaways and stuff like that. So I will maybe I'll do more of that sort of stuff. She also mentioned about like weight progress trackers. So we've obviously all got our progress tracker, so not like being competitive in terms of, well, I lift this and I lift but I think more in terms of like showing your strength increases, and I think that whole like non-scale victory stuff. So I was wondering whether we could maybe have like a like what I'm in my head thinking is each day is a slightly different focus. So we might have a non-scale victory day where everyone has to share what their non-scale victory is for that week, and that could be around their weights or whatever.
Yeah.
So just trying to encourage people. Now, did you guys think that the buddy system worked? Because I know that some people like embrace that, but then is it because I just need to remind people? Like I'm here for constructive criticism as well for how we can improve it.
Well, given that my buddy is the only other person on this call,
That was you do.
Yeah, I think we didn't do any kind of very much messaging kind of personally, like between ourselves, but actually it's been quite good because when Helen's been kind of going great guns, it's been good to encourage her, but also kind of when she was poorly and when I've been poorly, it has been nice. But then I think as a group we're pretty good at encouraging each other anyway.
And you see, that's why I quite like doing small groups. So, I was obviously only allowed 10 anyway, or it was a few more because we added people from the past one, but 10 new a month, because I think if it got too much bigger, it just feels a little bit not faceless. And it feels quite personal, I think, doing it in smaller groups.
It does, yeah, because even though we don't really know each other, I feel like I probably, I know you guys just, from the posts and stuff. So if there was too many, I don't think you'd get that kind of vibe
as much. That's good to know, because that's something that I kind of advocate, and my coach is like, well, I have up to 40. I'm like, but that's because you've been a coach for 8 years. I like my small little groups. That's cool. Fab. Well, I think, and maybe something that I need to do as well is maybe like remind people of the buddy system, and also what the group is all like, we're here to like set up and how it kind of works and things. So that's probably something that I need to encourage people, because I definitely believe that you get more out of it the more you put into it. And like you said, Ellie, like if you haven't done your workout and you check into the group, and just checking in makes you go like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do it. It's things like that. So maybe I need to like get everyone to put like they need to commit in their mind when's that 5-minute slot that they're going to check into the group. That could be a challenge. Cool. Anything else? Like, what do you think we could do next time round that would, I guess, motivate you more, Ellie?
I don't know. Up until probably the past 2 weeks, I was kind of feeling really good, just kind of drowning in life at the moment. But I don't think like that that's just circumstances. Everything's happening at the same time. But actually, I really enjoy it, and getting back to the workout yesterday felt really good. So I don't know. I think the group's great. I'd like to see a bit more recipe sharing. I quite like that. I feel like I'm stuck in a bit of a rut when it comes to recipes. And I know, Helen's pretty good. I saw some recipes for the oats this morning. And I think Helen tried the meatloaf.
The meatloaf is lovely.
Is it?
Good.
Yeah, my husband's up to cook it again for him.
Wow.
Yeah,
I must say I've not been very good at kind of going through the recipes on the website. So maybe that'll be one of my goals.
I tell you what, I mean, the thing is I never want to like post too much, because I feel like, oh look, it's Hannah, here she is again. But I often have a look on just like the general Beachbody blog page, and they post like Bobby, who's Autumn's brother, like he's always posting new things. So I wonder whether what I will do is when I see new stuff, I might post it a bit more, even if I haven't personally made it, and just be like, another one from me. And and maybe I need to like let go of that in my own head, that it doesn't matter if I'm posting. So I think what I might do then is I might try and kind of structure it so we have like days for certain things, so people like know that like, oh okay, like a Wednesday is share a recipe day, and a Sunday is a non-scale victory day, just to kind of people feel, and Monday motivations, so maybe so I might try and do something a little bit like that, as
Sounds
well as
good.
like set posts of today is day one of blah 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 blah, because that's quite cool, because it then reminds me of what I'm doing today. I'm like, oh yeah. Or if you're behind or whatever. So cool. Okay, I will definitely do that. I'm really excited about doing another round. I was just saying to Helen, Ellie, that I can't believe I'm actually going to work out over Christmas. Like, I normally go, I'm going to sack exercise off for 2 weeks.
Yeah. To be fair, when you said it, I was like, oh, the 6th of January. Okay. That hadn't even crossed my mind that it was. I see the Christmas bit isn't going to be, I don't think, too bad, but the New Year bit, because I'm bridesmaid New Year's Eve, and then we're away, so that last week is going to be a killer, trying to fit in the week 8, but
see how you
it's
go.
good. I really like it.
See how you go, and actually you've got like the best motivation for staying on track for the rest of the year, no?
Well, I've got until the 23rd of November until it's dress fitting day, so I've got to like work super hard until then, and then maintain it until New Year. So
23rd of November is my daughter's 18th.
Oh wow, that's a good celebration.
Get time on call that week.
Typical.
Always the way. Well, that's awesome. So we know what your goal is then for the next 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, it's like God. 3 and a bit weeks, love.
Oh, okay.
You can do it. You absolutely can. 3 weeks Friday.
Oh well, got to rein in the nutrition.
You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Right?
Yeah, to be fair, I must say I haven't really noticed much of a scales difference, but definitely noticed, even though I haven't really measured and done that much, I do notice that clothes are fitting better, and that actually I'm feeling more toned. So
your face looks loads slimmer.
There's loads of non-scale victories. Because really, as much as it would be nice to stand on the scales and be a stone lighter, actually it matters more that I put on clothes and they fit nicely. Including my onesie today, that I don't, that feels nice, less snug than it normally does.
Good for you. Good for you. No, I'm proper chuffed. I think, I'm looking forward to seeing.
Brilliant.
Oh my goodness. That is exciting.
Yeah, it's onesie weather now.
It is. We need to have a onesie team call at some point, don't we?
Yeah.
I used to have an Elvis Presley one. I don't know where that's gone.
That sounds interesting.
They bought it for me for my hen do. So we had a pajama party. I have no idea whether I think it went. I think someone got rid of it.
That's a shame.
It's Helen's fault. It's the decluttering.
But are you in your office now?
I'm in my study.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, wow.
She's not at the dining room table.
Not at the table.
Yeah, no, this is amazing. Like that. Oh my God! Like I can actually move. Like I'm still sharing it with the tumble dryer, because the tumble dryer is going to eventually go in the garage. We've got a load of stuff in the garage. Like our garage. I'm surprised I haven't broken an ankle.
You'll still be sharing it with the tumble. You'll just be sharing your workout space with the tumble dryer rather than your office.
But what I was thinking I could put the tumble dryer on in the morning and it will heat it up. Free heating. Because it
sounds like a good plan.
It's so cold in there. Like literally, well, I had my little gloves on, but my little fingers bits that were holding the metal, because I've got metal weights as well. The bits that were holding the metal, I was like, oh my God, like they're going to drop off. So I'm actually thinking of getting a couple of my smaller ones in plastic, because I've got one set of smaller ones in I think it's 3 kilos, but they're so old and I've obviously thrown them around so much. I was doing the weighted prayer crunch this morning, and I picked it up and all this sand fell on my face. I was like, oh no. It's like, that's also on my Christmas list.
Yeah. I must say, I've been pilfering my brother's weights that he has, and they've just been stored in the garage for at least 5 years. And I'm like, bro, you don't need those weights, so can I have them? And he's like, yeah, if you want. So
nice.
He's not having them back.
No, good for you. Well, I'll tell you what, keep them until he asks for them back, and then get him on Lift 4.
That's true. Yeah, I'm hoping that when he sees the results,
they start to ask questions, and that's when you have to share. Like, I'm absolutely convinced at some point I will get my brother. I will get him. He was in fact, he was the one that introduced me to P90X in 2011, and he was the one that didn't complete the program and then has not gone on to complete any more programs. And
you're putting him to shame.
And bigger, so I think when this whole Beachbody thing came up, he was like, well, I introduced you to that. I was like, yeah, but you didn't actually do it, did you? Come on, bro, come with me, let's go. And he's like, no. He's even got Beachbody on demand, and bags of Shakeology, and his son drinks them.
That's the one thing that I've run out of is Shakeology, and I just can't afford to renew, and I am missing it. Really miss it. I didn't think I would, but I might just get a cheaper protein shake to just kind of give me the boost.
We could have a chat about that at another time as well. I've got some ideas. We've got 3 minutes left, so
before you have to start paying.
But no, I think we've got some, those are some really good ideas. What I will do is I'm going to shape it, and a couple of people have shared with me some other ideas, and then I'm going to put it all together, and then we'll get going on the 12th. So, Ellie, when do you finish? Are you going to finish this week or next week?
It'll be next week.
Next week.
Yeah. Finishing same time, Ellie, I think.
Which worked out all right. I'm glad I'm not on my own.
Yeah, no, that's it. And there's a couple of other people that I know are finishing next week as well. So what I'll do is I just need to double check who's finishing this week, because I've got some ideas for next week. So then we can all be in kilter, because it's just nice to do it all together. I think it is. Starting off again all together.
Stupid self-inflicted injury really annoyed me. I was doing so well, but
at least you had fun.
I think so. It's a little bit hazy, but yes.
That's the sign of American. I love that. All right, ladies, I will leave you be. Thank you so much for your time. It was lovely to see you. We definitely need to try and do one of these maybe every sort of 2 or 3 weeks, because it's just nice to be able to see each other and share some stuff, even if it's just for a quick chat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. And I will let you know about, there's another Super Saturday, which hopefully won't be on a Friday this time, in January. And Helen, maybe if it's on a Saturday, maybe you can come down to Bristol.
Maybe.
Or I'll send you the details for the one in London, and then I'll tell you, I'll have friends going to the one in London as well, so I'll tell you who to go see.
Cool.
Fab. All right, ladies, lovely to speak to you. Have a great evening, and I'll see you later. I'm going to go watch Bake Off. I missed it last night.
The wrong person.
No, have you missed?
I don't know which one. I don't know. I can't believe I've managed to avoid all social media about it all.
That's amazing.
We'll go and watch it, and then we'll have a chat, because I don't agree. But
all right. Well, I wanted Bryony to win because she's from Bristol, but never mind. That didn't happen, did it? But anyway, all right, ladies. Lovely to talk to you. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.